Welcome back. We are here for round 3 against Dapushak. Uh, don't know what my opponent's playing. I keep saying I'm going to go look at replays, and I have yet to do it. We could do that right now. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. But, I mean, so be it. I'm going to pause it until he's finished, and we'll be back as soon as we're able. Alright, and our opponent's back. We have an interesting hand. I screwed up a little bit here. Do we want to go to 6? It's a little bit slow, but I think we'll be okay. If we can go fetch out, we can play stuff. We should be duress. What combo deck are we playing? If he didn't know what we were playing, he knows now. If he takes Liliana, my bet is Reanimator. If he takes top, my bet is that he's not playing a combo deck. If he takes Stoneforge Mystic, he's really playing an aggro deck, and that's just a basic swamp. Or a control deck. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. Liliana. Alright. So my money's on Reanimator. That's not bad. Unfortunately, we have this in hand, so why not? I'll put my money where my mouth is. Well, if he's going to entomb, he's going to do it next turn, at the end of my turn. We're going to get basic forest. And let's go get Batterskull. A lot of the times I don't like getting Batterskull when you don't know what your opponent's on. Jit's typically the better of the two because you can mono black him. Go for the throw. Okay. That I can live with. I'm playing against something that I didn't even know. Or, yeah. So we'll take that. That was a fail, by the way. Should have thought seized first. My bad. Yeah. Where was I at? Let's see. I'm going to take this one. So let's see now. Dark Ritual, 3, 4, 5, the 2 cards in the graveyard. 6. He's short 2 mana for a Tombstalker. Oh yeah, I have to do that card thing in order to get that to pop up. Cards. Shuffle out there. And Tombstalker. Flipped over. Infernal Contract. I don't know if I exactly know what's going on. I just know mono black. So there's the pulse. That's fine. We typically have enough removal to piss off the gods, so. I've been watching a lot of like old school random movies. So if you're wondering why I say piss off the gods or stuff like that, that's why. I'm actually going to Green Sun Zenith here for the Bird of Paradise. Like, if he wants to fight me over that, that's fine. And then we learn that I don't have the bird in my deck, which is typical. No, we do have the bird. So I haven't shaved in like 3 weeks, and my beard is all over the place. And what doesn't help is that like I have hair until like the indent where there's no more bone from your cheek to your eye. Until that point, I have hair, and it's thick. Yeah, it's an entertaining thing. Like it makes it very difficult for a lot of the different things that I've been trying to do. What do we got? Here's the comes the Tombstalker. We'll kill that on my turn most likely. Yep. And let's look. go ahead and F4 here. You gonna him me? Alright, what do we got going on? Inquisition. That guy's gone. Trying to think of what we're going to be doing post-board. It's still on the kill everything plan, except for not really. Dahlia should be pretty good. Dahlia should be really good. This is a Liliana of the Veil, and I'm not thrilled about it. Oh yay, it's not a Liliana of the Veil. We put the wrong land back on top, so we're going to take care of that here. What we want is this one. That'll give us the Batter Skull. Black creatures are harder for the deck to deal with, for black decks to deal with, and larger black creatures are even worse. It doesn't mean that he's not playing something like Barter and Blood, but at least this one recurs as well. He gives up a lot of life. Urborg. Is this the Liliana? Nope, 4. Consuming Vapors. Oh no, it goes to a 1/1. I was thinking to myself, I was like, doesn't that just die? But it turns into a 1/1. Alright, so I'm going to drop 2 creatures in this turn. This one. And this one. And we're going to cut his mana down a little bit. As far as things that we're going to sack, we're probably going to get rid of this one. It's the least helpful. Puts us back to 3 lands, but we're going to be getting a land next turn anyway, so really 4. We can't swing through this Death's Shadow yet. Yep, rebounded. So, yeah, now he's at 4. Now the Batter Skull at least does some damage to him. Still not a point that he should feel comfortable. Infernal Contract. It's a steep price in this format, especially in online. There are a lot of people that just love to play Legacy online, and they play Legacy Burn. Having to only like do 4 damage to your opponent at the end of the day is great for them. Alright, yep. Oh, I should probably take that stop off. So, drop that one. And we look, just in case. Good cards. Good cards. Of these, I would rather have them in that order. Still not willing to swing into this yet. Next turn I'll be a little more willing. Oh yay, what do we have? Another Tombstalker? Plague Wind? Tombstalker. Okay, that I can live with. Like you can hit me for 5 a couple times. I have no problem with that. Give me my knight. Green, black, and white. So at this point, I'd say we're pretty good to go. Um, Next turn, oh, whatever. We get to hook up Bob with the Batter Skull, most likely. I mean, if he sends that thing, yeah, I figured he'd send that thing. I could always fetch, look for the swords, and then swords it, but I'd rather do it this way. Let's take a look. Jit. Jit's not bad, but not what I'm looking for. We'll get the scrubland, avoiding the green, and just grab another black source. That's cute. I'll fetch out the Jit. So first run of this. We're going to fetch out the Jit in just a moment. What I'm actually doing here is I'm going to swing with everybody. He can't let Knight hit. And I'm not going to let him block with the Ooze. Or the Ooze, the Factory. We're going to just blow it up because it turns into an artifact creature. Yep. So there's that. So this will die. He will take a ton of damage. He'll take 6 going to 3. We'll be at a high enough life total that we won't care about that Tombstalker. Yep. Death's Shadow. And we still end up with this. Interesting thing here, because he went and took 7 damage, like you actually, I guess you have to do what would be the lethal damage. Either way, we have a chump blocker for that, so, and we don't care too much. Next turn, we would hit stuff, and we'd probably get one more look. So, some of it relevant, some of it not. If worse comes to worse, we'd still just fetch out the knight. Converted mana. Stop by that name. Let's get this out of there. And converted mana cost. I think we can afford to do this. Let's go ahead and do that. And this doesn't want to come. Usually I take that for some type of a sign. I don't think we need this or this. And I'd actually like to cut, well, yeah, we'll cut one of these. And another one of these. No, these are going to be important. We'll leave this out. And we'll just do this. And by name. Hey, hey, we're off the screen again. It's been a while since that. So let's go ahead and submit. We have a first turn top with a Thoughtseize up. This hand isn't terrible, but here's the problem with it. If he Thoughtseizes us, what we end up with is we lose the top, and then we have a 6-lander with a Thoughtseize. So I'm expecting him to have discard. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he played discard. He had to have played discard. I mean, he's nothing but Suicide Black, like swapping negators for other things. Like, And it's not even Suicide Black. Like, what the? Yeah, I would call him the Gate, except for I don't. That's definitely not the Gate. I don't even know what he's trying to really do. It's just like a mono black control deck that isn't cutting it. Nothing against him. Like, he's 2-0. It's cutting it. It's just it's not cutting it. So this hand, I'm gonna keep this. If he thought teases us, he'll definitely take the bird. Um, hey, we got all our colors. Dark Ritual, not Liliana. Not Liliana. Not Liliana. What do we got? The suspense is killing me. Sign him. Deal. Deal, 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 deal. Go for it. Probably going to take the top. We're just going to play the bird. See, the funny thing is with Death Shadow, this can be a removal spell for it. If his life total goes above 13, Death Shadow dies too, so it's a 2-for-1 in that sense. Infernal Contract's really good with Death Shadow, though. I will admit that. Excuse me. Because I badmouthed his deck, I'm probably going to get destroyed by it. This card's really good against it. Okay, so he took the bird. So, what do we got? Interesting. This actually taps for a mana right now. I am going to play this with a black. If you're wondering why I didn't take damage, it's because they now produce it, and that's not part of the stipulation on it. If this had been a City of Brass, that would be very annoying. So he's going to Needle Top. That was his plan. Okay. This card is also very good against him. Just waiting. We're going to go with this one. Again, we have the same list of things that we don't want to see. We don't want to see a Liliana. I could have played this one, in which case, like, if he did activate this and swing him, I can live with that. Oh yeah, that's blah. Somebody tell me when I'm being smart. So I'm gonna get the Savannah so we have multiple all color lands. We can produce all of the colors that we could possibly need. It's gotta be another him. Now I know that this is baiting it out. I know that. But I can't refuse this. I'm gonna wait until he attacks. Like, I get to LD him for practically nothing. And he's still a land short of being at that. So, and now I have a removal spell anyway. There is a point to actually like pulsing that turn and being able to use my top again. Hey, look, another factory. Yeah, I think that probably should have been what I did. Instead, I'll just go with Bob. He probably has a removal spell for it, so i.e. go for the throat. Oh, nope. But, I mean, so be it. If he doesn't, Bob will draw me out of the funk that I'm in, hopefully. I mean, I've already got the 5. The next highest cost is 3, and I can get hit with that 6 times before I die. I'm assuming that I'll have affection there somewhere. for consuming vapors. That doesn't seem as good. I am going to pulse this now. I should have done it on that turn, and I didn't, and that was a mistake. We'll open up with that. If you're wondering which land I'm going to use to be topping, this might as well be a colorless land. And every black source in this deck right now should be colorless because I don't think that I have to worry about it. Second needle. Nope. Contract. Back up to saying he's doing a good job of keeping his hand size up. I will admit that. Animate Factory and beat. Duress. Goodbye. And I have no way to get this back, so that kind of sucks. But so be it. Okay, here it is. Now he's getting rid of this. There we go. That's interesting. So, yeah, that's next turn thing. Do actually need to go into that step. So there went the possibility of playing those things. We have a protected card in hand. The only thing that he can do to make us discard this is him, and the next turn we get a Goyf. I guarantee you he's got the removal for it, but I mean, Death's Shadow out of 4/4. Has he used up that much life? I didn't realize that he had. Goyf will be artifact creature land instant. Artifact creature land instant. So 4/5. Yeah. And Dryad Arbor. Okay. So alright. We should be able to 5/6. Did I miss something? Instant sorcery, land, artifact, creature. I missed creature. Or did I call creature and just completely ignore it? Alright, so here we have a Tombstalker. Which means I want another one of these, so that I can do that 2-for-1 that I mentioned. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, I should probably do that card thing again. You know, let me know if you guys like having this card thing up here. I mean, I'll get rid of it if it gets in the way, but I mean, if it's not in the way, I'll take a damage here. What did he do? Cast Dark Ritual and fizzled with it. Okay. We don't need to be doing this on his turn anymore, on our turn anymore. And I'm fetching here just because I want to be able to see what's going on. My only problem with this is all of them being green creatures. Let's see, we played our land for turn. His guy will go up in size. Oh yeah, that's right, the Maze got discarded. was just thinking to myself, man, I'd love a Maze of it. And then I remember, man, he'd love a Parish. The whole green card thing, yeah. Parish will kill both of them. He can get in for 9, 11. Our knight has to jump in the way. That's 3, 4, 5, yeah. You know what card I'd love to see on top? Because I'm going to pop this and then I'm going to look, because I'm expecting both of these to be dead. I would love to see Pulse on top. Pulse on top, followed by Wasteland. Is that too much? 4 cards, 5 cards, 3 of them, or 2, 1. Is he going to Black Sun Zenith? Interesting. Okay. This I can keep up with. Sack, draw card. Here's the knight. That's a dismember. I will take a fetch land instead, since I need one anyway. I'm looking at, oh crap, I meant to fetch. So let's see. I think we could use double white more than double green. And now we're back to looking. I'm making lots of weird things happen. Little mistakes here and there. Ironically, because of his -3s, the knight could survive that hit. I expect him to perish. 4 consuming vapors. Goodbye, Goyf. I could have sacked knight and killed his guy. Didn't even think about it. Alright, so there's a Bob there. Yeah, we could have... Well, if we did that, then he wouldn't need to block, but we could have killed his guy. Yep. Alright, now we can drop this Bob. I do wish Moto kept up with one of the real-life rules of Magic. Redundancy doesn't matter and it just goes away off the card. Like, this card produces a black mana. I wish that Moto recognized that it produced black mana and would kill it when it saw that you produced a black mana. Black Sun. Five, 6, 7, 8. Tombstalker. Yep. If you swing... Alright, so I'm looking for a removal spell that is not Swords to Plowshares. Let's continue on with the plan. That's a Scavenging Ooze. So he has to block. If we had another green source, I would get the ooze out here. But unfortunately, I do not have one. I figured that the double white would be better than the double green, and I was wrong. I admit it, I was wrong. And thinking back on it now, like, I don't have anything outside of Stoneforge Mystic that uses a white. Okay, so if he's got a removal spell, this just dies. Contract, taking for removal. Did you find one? Well, I guess I should just have 6, because we're basically on the I win plan. Not yet. Let's see what we got. Okay. Well, send in the clowns. So we got lucky at this point that he didn't have a removal spell. It doesn't mean that he can't still have one. Wait, what? What just happened? Anyone, why didn't he just win the game? Alright, I'm taking a look then. Tombstalker, Tombstalker, Weathered Wretch. Deal. So we can pump this guy up. I think I had to take the Tombstalker. I think I just punted that away. Right back to him. I did. No, he can't play both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he needs 5 more. Okay, that'll buy him some time. Just gotta call this one. Yeah, actually that... No. Yeah, same thing, same thing. What do we have in here? Ratchet Bomb, Urborg, Tombstalker, Tombstalker. Yeah. So Tombstalker comes down, we swing in with both. He's got to draw something to kill off. So I did take the right card. Yeah, I took the right card. And there's a Ratchet Bomb. So his hand is Tombstalker, Urborg, Tombstalker, Urborg, Herborg. Okay. Had to go check. And we get a top. And I'm going to spin it now, because even if I see a swords, that's the game. Nothing useful. Alright, so if he's got anything, I'll respond accordingly. Well, there's not much that I can respond to. This goes up to 2. You can't blow it, because then I just eat your ooze or your Tombstalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need a parish. 8. There's the 8th. You still need a parish. You don't have, that's game. So our opponent punted this one to us, and we gladly accept. Yep. Here's a Tombstalker. You have 2 Urborgs in hand, and a Ratchet Bomb that can go up to 2. I'm going to go ahead and F4. I know what I'm drawing. I don't need a reminder. If you ever wondered, I have made this guy fight against Emrakul and win, well, this girl, and it was rather amusing. My opponent raged at me. I didn't even realize this was back when I was testing Tracker in the main, and yeah, she dropped him. Well, 1 turn later, you would have been dead very quickly. Yes, yes, you are correct. I don't know what to say to that other than yes. I'm just gonna say I got lucky. Our opponent gave us the good game. We'll go in for the kill. I'm not gonna afford that. Remove auto yields. That's cute. Alright, so we are now 3-0. This mono black control thing, I'm not exactly a fan of, but I mean, so be it. What would we have topped into? A fetch land. Awesome. Alright, I will be back with you. We're now 3-0, so we are guaranteed prize, and we'll try and be 4-0.